Hello everyone, this video demonstrates how to check if entry is a decimal using the TryParse method. So we're going to start off by declaring a decimal called amount. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ask the user to enter a decimal value. So we just want to print a message to this to the user on screen to enter a decimal. We're going to try and pass the entry into a decimal. So we'll do that, and then we'll check if the result is true. Then we display a message to the user. Now this is one thing, the pass value will go into the variable amount. I'll show you what that means. So initially what we're going to do is we're going to use the data type that we want to convert our variable into, and we're going to use the TryParse method, and we will give it the argument that we want. Initially the first argument is what we want to pass. We still don't know what the user has entered, so we can actually take it in directly using the read-only method. Sorry, readline method. And then we want the past results or the past value to go into a variable amount. Because I'm only going to write one statement, the curly braces here are pretty much optional, because whatever goes in after the if condition will be executed, but I like to put it for a good practice in case I would want to in the future maybe have more lines in my if statement, so it's always ready for a new entry. I don't know how that text came in, so I'm just going to erase it. The amount is, and that has to be a string. And whatever goes in the curly brace is what we would like to be displayed. And I've talked about this in the video right before this one on C#12. Else we let the user know. So, oh, sorry, okay, so I've got the comment there. Otherwise, we let the user know that that was not a number. So that was not a number. Or maybe not a decimal value. Just to be a little bit more specific. Okay, let's give this a run. Let's see what we have and how this works. So it's asking me to enter decimal, so I'm just going to put in ABC, and now it's actually working as expected, but I need to test it for the other case where if I actually put in a number and it was happy with it and it displayed the value 12. So our program is working as we expect. What we want to do though is we want to store the result of the passing, so whatever we try to pass, into a Boolean variable. Basically what we want to do is we want to put this into a loop that keeps running just in case the user doesn't put in a number or a decimal, and it keeps asking the user to enter a value until the user does put in valid information. So what I might probably do is, right, so what we want to do is put in the result in a bool, okay, in a Boolean, and I want to give it an initial value of false, and then over here I want to loop while result is not true. While result is false, I want to keep looping. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut all of that into here. So I've kind of lost where I was. Okay. That's what we had initially. Let me just get rid of these empty spaces. So, well, my indentation is not the best, but that's okay. So for now, I've gone into the while loop while this is false, but I need to update the value of result, otherwise we will be stuck in a while loop forever. So what we want to do is we want to say result is equal to, and I want to take whatever the output of this. So this is either going to give me true or false, that the parsing has been successful or not. So if the value that we try to parse that comes from the user is successfully passed into a decimal, then it will actually return true. Otherwise it will return false. And when it returns true, it will store the parsed data into the variable amount. So yes, and now what we do is if result is true, we give this message to the user, else we say that was not a number, and then we are back into the for loop. Let's give this another run and see how it works. So I'm just going to try putting just random, nothing works, and if I put a mix, it doesn't work, but when I put in a decimal or a number, it's actually happy with it. So I hope this helps you learn how to use the TryParse to actually check if the value entered by the user is a decimal. So in the next video, we'll do just slight changes on how we can check for an integer. So stay tuned.